At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
ZNS TV. To help you with that, ZNS has some exciting new packages with very good prices. It's time to call 502-3813 for details.
Are you ready for the hardest sports show on the market? It's called The Timeout, Sundays on the ZNet Television Network. In our first show, 4 decades of sports in the country.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at tonight's top stories.
Grand Bahama's minister says the days of doom and gloom are over for Grand Bahama in her budget communication. Also, we hear a special story from a mother reunited with her children after having to leave Grand Bahama in search of employment. And additional airlift expected this summer. We have the details.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition start now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, a bold and emotional charge addressed from the Minister for Grand Bahama in the House of Assembly, painting a picture of hope restored and tangible progress for the island during a 2025-2026 budget contribution. From record low unemployment to multi-billion-dollar investments, the minister issued a clarion call for Grand Bahamians to return home, declaring that the era of doom and gloom is over. She didn't hold back on the opposition either, reminding them that in 2017, Grand Bahama delivered all 5 seats to the Free National Movement, but in return got 0 results. The details in this top story.
In just 4 years, this PLP administration has done more for Grand Bahama with 2 MPs than the FNM did in 5.
With a glance back at where the island has come from and a firm look at where it's headed, Grand Bahama's Minister, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, declared that no one should dare continue the narrative of doom and gloom. Her commentary came as she referenced $3 billion in real investments, now in various stages of development.
Projects like the $827 million Grand Lucayan redevelopment, the $700 million Celebration Key, the $665 million Grand Mama Shipyard, the $348 million Xanadu Beach project, the $210 million Freeport Hill campus, the $100 million Royal Caribbean Cruise Line Harbor Cruise Development project, the $73 million Liverthorne at South Riding Point project, the airport redevelopment, the Bazaar and Royal Oasis acquisition, West Sunrise Highway road opening, O2 Resort and Marina.
Speaking on the redevelopment of Grand Bahamas Airport, the minister indicated that design adjustments were necessary to the overall footprint of the terminal building as part of the Grand Lucayan deal.
These adjustments are underway, and we anticipate vertical construction to begin soon.
On the jobs front, a positive outlook. The minister revealed that unemployment on Grand Bahama is at its lowest level in 17 years. Carnival Celebration Key employing 458 direct hires, 74% of them from Grand Bahama. Additionally, 26 Bahamian-owned businesses have been awarded contracts to operate at the Key, 18 of them owned by Grand Bahamians. It's this progress that prompted her clarion call for Grand Bahamians to return home.
There's a story of a mother of 5 working at Resorts World, Bimini, for 8 years because she couldn't find work. She's now back home, reunited with her kids, who she feels that she's missed out on so much of their lives. Thank God for caring grandmothers.
In closing, the minister reminded her colleagues that in 2017, the island delivered all 5 seats to the Free National Movement, but in return received 5 years of silence, stagnation, and shattered hopes.
We remember the years of neglect. We remember what it felt like to be abandoned by our own government. We remember the broken promises, all 20 of them. We remember the headlines, and we remember the silence that always followed. And we will not go back. No.
Well, our ZNS News team found the mother who was forced to move from Grand Bahama in search of other employment opportunities. Tonight, the mother of 5 has finally returned home and shares her journey with our Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
After 8 long years of working in Bimini, Therese Woodside has finally returned home to Grand Bahama. As a devoted mother of 5, she made the heart-wrenching decision to leave behind her children and find employment in Bimini. It wasn't easy being away from her kids, but every sacrifice was made with love. Today, that sacrifice has turned around full circle.
There was a job fair one day that I just went for the fun of it, feel something new, get a break out of the old habit, the daily routine, and I got hired on the spot. That's where Bimini came in. And even though it didn't really cross my mind, my mother said, you need the chance to be by yourself and get the space. Don't worry about it. I have the kids.
The island of Grand Bahama has had its share of challenges over the decades, and Therese, like many others, had to move to find employment. Though she eventually came to terms with the decision, she recalled the painful sacrifices she had to make.
So it was really hard because I sleep with them every night. So it was a while to adjust, and every time they call, you can't really touch them, you can't see them, you have to find words to comfort them. And I appreciate the opportunity in Bimini because it helped me to take care of not just them, even though I wasn't there physically, but I was able to take care of myself.
Although her income increased, she said it came at a cost. Her absence was deeply felt. She missed school presentations, important milestones, and even moments of crisis like medical emergencies.
I couldn't be there. It's a plane right away. You can't just call a ride. You can't just walk there. So that was the biggest problem for me.
After seeing and hearing about the job opportunities on Grand Bahama, the young woman knew that it was time to return home. She says it was clear Grand Bahama is on the rebound.
It's been a long time, and I believe that many people are seeing the opportunities in it, and it's deciding to take a chance at it, especially seeing that we have a great project now. I believe that the Grand Bahamians themselves, if they are liable to, they will find a way to get their hand in it so that they too can come back home.
Therese's son Julian shares what it means to have his mom home.
I appreciate that she's done everything to take care of me and my siblings. I know she takes a lot of time and effort, and she has to go through a lot of hard stuff, but she's my mom and I love her.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
Welcome home. Well, through his address to the 2025 budget debate, the Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini focused heavily on the successful projects and ongoing initiatives within both respective areas since the inauguration of the Davis-led administration in 2021, emphasizing the vision of uplifting the West Grand Bahama constituency. Our Matthew Martinborough shares more in this report.
Imagine them believing that Grand Bahama is F&M country. Of course, not West Grand Bahama and Bimini, but it is the PLP that is making Grand Bahama grand again.
Speaking there in the House of Assembly's budget debate of 2025 is Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Mr. Kingsley Smith, making it known that under the Davis-led administration, the aforementioned constituency has seen unprecedented progress since the government's inauguration. Smith notes both West Grand Bahama and Bimini bear witness to the construction of 2 government complexes, one in each respective area in 2016. However, under the Minister administration, those same buildings sat with no continued progress.
It took the now Prime Minister to complete and open the complex on the 13th of November 2023 and named it the Obadiah H. Wilshcombe Complex after the late former Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini in 2021 on the 18th of November. The now Prime Minister opened the government complex in Bimini and named it the George W. Beach Complex.
One crowning achievement Smith made aware through his budget contributions is the reintroduction of Junkanoo in Grand Bahama's Western District, with the assistance of the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg.
This isn't just a parade. It's the heartbeat of our community, a vibrant celebration of our heritage, and a powerful symbol of revival. It brings our people together, fosters local talent, and injects much-needed vibrancy into our social fabric.
In addition to the successful projects of note in his address, the Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini also notes the oncoming projects like the West End Police and Fire Station, as well as the Holmes Rock Junior High School, remain top priorities for the administration, with completion dates soon to be announced. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
In other news, additional airlift is expected this summer as Bahamas Air is set to debut its highly anticipated Freeport to Orlando route on Monday, June 23rd. The new direct service will operate twice weekly, every Monday and Thursday. According to the airline, this offering gives Grand Bahama travelers a convenient link to Central Florida just in for the busy summer travel season. Bahamas Air is also launching twice weekly flights between Fort Lauderdale and Georgetown, Exuma. These flights will also run on Mondays and Thursdays, expanding connectivity between the Bahamas and Florida for both residents and visitors alike.
And still to come.
Northern Bahamas police officers honored for excellence. We'll have that story, sports, and more when we come back.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Be a part of history. The Grand Bahama Port Authority invites you to nominate outstanding residents for Icons of the City 2.0. Submit your nominations today at gbpa.com/icons before June 21st.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority Bahamas Baseball Association Junior National Baseball Championships in honor of Nigel Big Nige Boodle Sr. returns to Grand Bahama June 19th through the 22nd at the Mero Baseball Park.
Grace Bible Fellowship Church invites you to Conference 2025, The King is Coming. Join host pastor Reverend John R. Swain, June 24th to 28th for nightly workshops and Saturday sessions, then celebrate the 38th anniversary service, Sunday, June 29th at 11 a.m. with guest speaker Dr. Paul Cannings. Come and be blessed at the New Life Worship Center in Freeport, Grand Bahama, where Bishop Simeon Ouden is the senior pastor. Services are on Sunday at 9 a.m. and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Come and experience a time of praise and worship in the Word.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Under the theme, Nothing is Impossible, police officers in the Northern Bahamas were honored for outstanding performance and dedication. The recognition comes as part of a broader initiative aimed at boosting morale, tracking productivity, and reinforcing the message that hard work does not go unnoticed. Raymond Davis reports.
In a profession where pressure is high and praise is rare, 35 outstanding officers across the Northern Bahamas were formally recognized for their exceptional service. Officer in charge of the Northern Bahamas ACP Edvardo James says it was only fitting to honor the officers in a dignified way.
These officers have been honored today for the excellent work that they have put forward for the first quarter of 2025 as it relates to positively impacting crime, community relations, and the overall productivity of the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
The exercise simultaneously happening in Bimini and Abaco, where officers received their certificates, the applause of their colleagues, and these encouraging words from the top cop in the North.
In my estimation, they are heroes. They run to danger when everyone else runs away. They bring order to chaos.
And it was one that especially stood out, police constable of 6 years, Christia Sands, who had recently resumed duties after being interdicted for several months. Dames calling her a true redemption story.
I'm just glad to be back, glad to be a police. I didn't let that define me as an officer, and I was able to overcome it.
Others say they're grateful their hard work is being recognized.
I've worked in toll for quite some time, and sometimes you feel like you're being overlooked because you see other people going before you. However, today is extremely special for me because I feel as if, hey, all the hard work after 18 years is now coming to the forefront.
We worked tirelessly, and it's great to see that we were on it here today to do something, like I said, that we love. And so it's more of I wouldn't even call it a task, just the love of it.
Now, Dame says by measuring performance and recognizing resilience, the organization hopes to inspire a culture of consistent excellence, reinforcing the message that nothing is impossible. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Congratulations to the officers. While the 51st Anglican Men's Conference culminating with a special service held at the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King, over the past few days, the Anglican Church Men's Group engaged in numerous sessions and various activities, including elections, outreach programs, and their procession of witnesses. Newly elected President Henry Dane says the groups exist to provide assistance for the improvement of mankind. And as the newly elected president, the goal is to bring more men into the fold.
We had about 600 members on record, about 400 of them active. We got to go out and get some more people, some laborers for the Lord, because by being in this men's group, We are of the view that the church cannot move on without men involvement. Therefore, we are tasked to go out and bring men into the church, get men more involved in the activities of the church so that we could have a better foundation.
Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Right Reverend Leish Boyd, encouraged the newly elected officers of the ACM to continue in steadfast fellowship as they lead the charge within the church.
I have charged them to stay together, to work together, to be a unit, to have each other's back. No one leader or no one person can have all the answers, but if we work together as a team, anything can be overcome. And that was my message to them and my encouragement to them. And of course, as the patron of the Anglican Churchmen, I will work very closely with the president and the officers to give whatever support and encouragement that I can.
While introducing a new set of pages onto bookshelves, Island Hoppin' is making its mark. The adult and kid-friendly interactive catalog inspired by Bahamian culture is all self-produced by local content creator Geminique Barnaby, who says curating the piece is a heartwarming achievement.
I thought to myself, you know, I can create a coloring book, and I definitely ran with the idea. I created it from scratch, so every single drawing and every single page was done digitally by myself, and some are even based on paintings that I've done previously, even down to the cover of the book that was completely done from scratch, no AI or additional tools used.
Well, we still want to see AI in Sports Day, I'm sure. What's happening over there?
That would be a killer, man. The baseball national, I think you would have played nationals as a junior,
yeah,
maybe.
Did.
You and your brothers and your entire family.
Whole
but this
family.
entire weekend will be baseball nationals beginning tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the baseball park.
All right, we'll swing into that action next, but first to check on the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
A new era is dawning in Grand Bahama. An opportunity, it's knocking louder than ever. Introducing Tract B, Bahama Reef Yacht and Country Club, Unit 1. A prime corner commercial property, footsteps from the Port Lacaya Marketplace, crystal clear waters and white sandy beaches. This expansive 4.8-acre tract is zoned for commercial and multi-use development. Envision a thriving restaurant, a boutique hotel, or an entertainment hub unique to your vision come to life. You can live, work, play, and learn in paradise when you seize this rare opportunity today. Collaborate with DevCo and let's shape the future of Grand Bahama Island together.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody does it better.
Here are some tips for having your home ready for a hurricane. Keep all trees and shrubs trimmed. Bring in all outdoor furniture, plants, or any other items that may become airborne due to high winds. Cover windows and doors with hurricane shutters or pre-cut plywood. clear drains and gutters. And remember to secure important documentation in case you have to evacuate. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Top in Sports. The Andre Rogers Baseball Junior Nationals begins Thursday on Grand Bahama at the Emera Baseball Park. Legacy Baseball will have teams competing in the 14U through Coach Pitch. Also, Grand Bahama Little League is looking to make the 8U championship medal game.
We're ready. They're excited. The boys are excited. You know, for most older boys, we always have this issue with them thinking that they're the best. So just trying to get them together to realize that they have to play like a team, and it's sportsmanship that's going to be very important, and it's going to allow us to win this tournament, bring home some of these goals to Grand Bahama.
You have a lot of room for improvement. As far as national-wise, we know we can beat these teams because we've been training hard all through last year till now, so we just expecting greatness from now.
Hopefully I want to upset some teams. I like being an underdog, so just as our expectation, you know. Like I said, the kids, they really want to compete, so I just want to do my best to have them play with, let me shoulder that burden and all the pressures.
Next in sports, Grand Bahama Mako Aquatic Swim Club is headed to New Providence this weekend for nationals.
41 of these athletes qualify for nationals, and 40 of them will compete in. We're excited about the youngest age, 8 and unders. That we have some good athletes who actually we expecting them to do some podiums events. And the team itself is very excited. This year, we have the pleasure to have a coach on the last 3 weeks who come in with a lot of expertise on the sprint, and he being shares some good things with the athletes. And more than change or completed what we've been doing in that regards is to open up our doors to connections with what happens right now in the sprint in the world.
Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
What is Business Fit? Business Fit is a group health insurance package offered by BAF Financial. What are some of the benefits of Business Fit? No deductible, dental and vision care, hospital room and board, surgical treatment, labs, medication and drugs, maternity, doctors, clinics, specialist visits, chemotherapy and radiation treatment, air and ground ambulance, and preventative care. Business Fit, offered by BAF Financial.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Your number 1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next. Here's a live look at them now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the promise of jobs as Long Island locks down a multi-million-dollar infrastructural upgrade. We have the details of who's behind the work and the timeline to get it done. Also, officials target foreign charter vessels for poaching. The Marine Resources Minister speaks to the issue during the ongoing budget debate. And hours-long life-changing surgeries between a father and son heralded a success. The Bahamas tonight. The National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Even more improvements are ahead for Long Island. Just weeks after the government signed a multi-million-dollar road and water improvement contract for that island, another was signed today that will see the Deadman Ski Airport undergo major transformation. Corval Pyfrom joins us live with more.
Well, Prime Minister Davis now here at the Bahama Convention Center for the opening ceremony of the Caribbean Judiciary and Chiefs of Justices conference that's getting underway here tonight. But earlier, his administration marked a milestone as it signed a more than $20 million contract for the airport in Deadman's Key, Long Island. With the signing of this contract worth more than $20 million for airside improvements for the Deadman's Key Airport, Prime Minister Philip Davis says comes a new day for Long Island.
Your island is changing. The infrastructure is coming into place. The barriers that pushed so many away are starting to fall.
The work, set to begin in July, are being done by Bahamas Hot Mix. Its managing director, Ebi Saidi.
These upgrades are not just technical, they're transformational. They will better connect Long Island to the rest of the Bahamas and to international gateways.
For years, the residents and entrepreneurs of Long Island have called for a better air access. Today, that call is being answered decisively.
The work will include the reconstruction and expansion of the airport's 6,000 feet runway. Works Minister Clay Sweeting stresses that this project is comprehensive.
It includes major earthworks such as the removal of a significant hillside to bring the airstrip in line with international civil aviation organization standards, and the construction of a brand new asphalt runway built higher to improve drainage and reduce flooding.
We anticipate that with this 6,000 feet runway in Deadman's Key, that this is going to create even more opportunities for commuter airlines.
And for Prime Minister Davis, beyond the opportunities this will create for business and tourism, air arrivals, and visitor stays, is what this means for Long Islanders everywhere.
Long Islanders living abroad, whether in Nassau, Grand Bahama, the U.S., or elsewhere. This work sends a message. The time to come home is drawing nigh.
And seeing far beyond this milestone.
We are building an island that welcomes you back, not just for holidays or retirement, but for business, for family, for life.
Prime Minister says, among other things, works will include a 10,000 square foot terminal equipped with immigration and customs services. As I mentioned, work is expected to get underway beginning in July, and the completion date is set for 12 months from now. Reporting from the Bahama Resort for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pike from back to you in studio, Makushla.
Well, thanks, Corval. Some good news there. Across town, over in Parliament, a renewed warning to poachers as efforts towards food security are beefed up. Lloyd Allen has the details of the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources roadmap for the 2025-2026 fiscal period.
With an expanded budget of $35 million, the local agriculture sector is set for quite a bit of changes. And according to Agriculture and Marine Resources Minister, the Honorable Jomo Campbell, this includes covert operations as a means of sending a stern message to poachers. Comply with the country's law or face the penalties.
Conducted the first ever covert operation dubbed Operation Red Dawn, in which we tracked, arrested, and now have charged before our courts, the Supreme Court in Grand Bahama, illegal foreign charter vessels who were indiscriminately and illegally fishing in our Bahamian waters.
Campbell says these efforts require a comprehensive defense bloc with international agreements playing a critical role. And as for agriculture, a pilot project aligned local farmers with distributors.
Bahamas supports the agreement under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea on conservation and sustainable use of marine biological diversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction, in short, BBNJ.
Now, the Golden Yoke program said to be relaunched along with enhanced school agrarian initiatives and, according to Campbell, setting roots for agricultural security well into the future. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
On the health front, local surgeons and medical professionals today broke a decades-long kidney transplant hiatus here in the country. What's more special was their performance of a more modern, never-before-used procedure in our public hospital. Our Danielle Dean has the details on how the surgery went.
Doctors at the Princess Margaret Hospital and the family of two patients breathed a collective sigh of relief Wednesday afternoon, following, by all accounts, a successful kidney transplant between father and son, donor and recipient, respectively. The procedure, not only the first of its kind in the country in 20 years, but according to PHA Managing Director Abanet Roll, the first ever laparoscopic kidney transplant at PMH.
The procedures went well. Both donor and recipient are back in the ICU, and everybody's happy at this time.
Lead surgeon Dr. Vantario Taylor says the donor is expected to remain in hospital for 3 to 5 days, and the recipient a day or two longer. Taylor and team look forward to similar operations in months to come.
The Bahamas has a heavy load of diabetes, hypertension, and by extent, end-stage renal disease. About 600 patients or more are on end-stage, are on dialysis, and we want to make it an option. Transplant needs to be an option for these people. Dialysis is costly.
Dr. Taylor says the process of dialysis can be one that's monotonous and taxing, but the surgery means a worthy alternative for patients.
Laparoscopy, which is a big way of saying smaller incisions and using a camera inside the abdomen so we can clearly see what's going on. We want to lay the groundwork with this living donor program being instituted to hopefully a deceased donor program in the future.
As Dr. Rhea Thurston Carroll explained, this donor program would be of utmost importance.
Simply because for the burden of kidney disease, we won't have enough living donor sources.
For Mrs. Roll, the outcome of today's surgery should change how and what Bahamians think of local medical professionals.
I think today just demonstrates, one, that talent exists in the country. And I just need the Bahamian people not to lose trust in our ability, but to mark today as one where you can trust the expertise of the same people in your community to be able to take care of your health needs.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, applause all around for the team, the donor, and the recipient. Coming up, a 23-year-old arraigned for the latest murder on Harbor Island. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Irresistible taste of a KFC big deal, some people will do anything. KFC, it's finger licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
As a professional graphic artist, I work from anywhere in the world. When I travel, I try to keep up with my paperwork and bills as much as possible, utilizing NIB's ESS, or Employee Self-Service Portal, to submit my monthly payments and to upload my contribution statement makes life easier. The portal is pretty easy to use too. I consider it to be user-friendly. It asks all the necessary questions to guide me through uploading my contribution statement, and I like that it calculates my payments. The NIB representative who showed me how to use the portal, she was patient, friendly, and knowledgeable. I used to fill out my contribution statement manually and visit an NIB office every month to make payments. But now the ESS portal allows for the entire process to be completed online in a time-efficient manner. Like, yay, thank you, that's done. You should sign up today at ess@nib-bahamas.com.
History, from bartering in ancient markets to the invention of paper currency, convenience has been at the heart of the way we pay. As time marched on, so have we, from barter to cash and cash to digital. Whether you pay with an online bank transfer, digital wallet, or contactless card, with digital payments, options abound. The world never stops evolving, and neither should you. Choose freedom, choose flexibility, choose convenience. The future of pay is digital. Visit us online at livedigitalbahamas.com and on social media.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
You're looking at a shot there of sailboats in the harbor. Welcome back. Another family in mourning tonight after what transpired just this morning. Police tell us they received a distress call from the South Beach Clinic just before 9 a.m. As the story goes, the child was brought in unresponsive by the father. Initial investigations revealed that the child sought medical attention on Tuesday and was treated at the clinic, but was referred to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where he was also treated and subsequently discharged. Fast forward to today, and the boy's condition reportedly worsened, prompting his father to immediately return to the clinic, where the child was pronounced dead. The matter's under active investigations. Meantime, the Baintown community rocked by a rash of fires in recent times, the latest claiming the life of a child. The incident moving the area's representative to make a vow to do something about it. Felicity Darville tells us more.
While the Major family of Rupert Dean Lane come to grips with the tragic loss of their 5-year-old loved one who succumbed to injuries from a fire on Monday, police report that the 2-year-old twins are in stable but critical condition, and the 1-year-old baby is critically ill. Member of Parliament for Bain and Grandstown, the Honourable Wade Watson, announced in the House of Assembly Wednesday morning that he is springing into action.
I intend to buy some 200 smoke detectors for the constituents of Bains and Grandstown, because I realize that that is a need. 6 fires in one small 2-mile by 2-mile constituency. It tells me, Mr. Deputy, that there is a need. So I'm going to spring into action.
Speaking to ZNS News outside of Parliament, Mr. Watson lamented the loss of life of a bright young child.
Young Nakaya Major. He's a young man at all we see as primary school. He's full of life, but he was a very, very calm-spirited demeanor, and it was a very, very nice young fella. The family is a very, very important and integral family in the Bains and Grandstown constituency. The grandmother's still alive, and she's mourning at this particular time. The mom, I had an opportunity to speak with her. You could see the grief on her face, and to know that Nakoya is not here.
Mr. Watson intends to speak with his colleague, Minister of National Security, the Honourable Wayne Monroe, to find more solutions to protect his constituents from fires. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
Well, the worries of life apparently getting the better of a 30-year-old woman who police say was found inside her Rupertine Lane home with injuries in an attempt to take her life around 8 this morning. The victim was taken to hospital for treatment and evaluation. Her condition last listed as non-life-threatening. Today's suicidal attempt only hours after authorities reported a similar incident in the case of a 32-year-old man who showed up to the Fleming Street Clinic requiring medical attention after consuming a bottle of cleaning solution. He too was sent to the hospital. However, his condition was unknown up to news time. From the courts this evening, 8 days after the quaint community of Harbor Island was rocked by murder, a young man was arraigned for the crime. It's alleged that on Tuesday, June 10th, 23-year-old Junior Norville intentionally and unlawfully caused the death of 25-year-old Cameron Bannister. Bannister was shot just hours after a community prayer rally. Apart from murder, Norville, a resident of Dunmore Street, has also been charged with conspiracy to commit murder and the attempted murder of Cassius Turnquist. Magistrate Roberta Reckley advised the defendant of his right to apply to the Supreme Court for bail. He was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until August 21st. Also remanded, 19-year-old DeVar Thurston, a resident of Sandy Point, Abaco. He was charged with attempted murder, possession of an unlicensed firearm, and possession of ammunition. It's alleged that on Thursday, June 12th, while at Marsh Harbor, Thurston, being concerned with others, attempted to cause the death of Timothy Dean. He too will return to court on August 21st. Well, it's grad season. The only thing is, one here in the capital ended in a brawl between parents and students of C.R. Walker Senior High at Loyola Hall, Gladstone Row. The video making the rounds on social media. Education Director Dominic McCartney Russell telling ZNS News moments ago that both parents involved in the fight had a prior exchange over social media that led to a war of words at today's graduation exercise and eventually an altercation. McCartney Russell says she was advised by her team that the children joined in the fight. We can tell you that police arrested both parents on site. McCartney Russell says while she regrets the events unfolding outside the venue, it does not reflect the spirit of what took place during the graduation exercise. Well, a worldwide toxic culture where reputation is built on body count. A troubling picture Reformed bad boy, senior pastor of Bahamas Faith Ministries Dave Burrows painted in the face of repeated violent crimes as seen this past weekend. And while complaints and concerns typically follow the initial shock and outrage, Pastor Burrows reasons that behind the talk, not many are willing to act.
Understand that what's happening on the streets right now is business. So, you know, sometimes we look at the young men and we say, why don't they get along? Well, let's teach them conflict resolution. This isn't about that. It's about business. It's about survival. You know, you will find that most young men on the streets have a nickname, and that nickname means something. And when they step out of the door, they may be Junior at home. Yeah. But on the streets, if they Scarface, they got to be Scarface. Wow. And Scarface is a means of survival.
Former Assistant Commissioner of Police, now Managing Director of the Urban Renewal Commission, Stephen Dean, is all too familiar with this scenario, one he loosely calls the conveyor belt of crime that has its start in broken homes, dysfunctional families, poverty, economic situations, and even abuse.
The belt starts moving slowly. It is going along. The belt has one or two destinations: death, prison, or whatever. It's not that the end is not good of this. What happened, as you know, when we go to the airport, we say our luggage. That's not my luggage. Right. Let me pick this one off. So that's what's happening. We're being very selective on who we help on this belt. Wow. So we see a lot of young men moving on this belt because most time, Clint, when someone is arrested, someone said, you know, I noticed what's going to happen, you know. From high school, was a troublemaker. I saw the pattern. But we have these people on this conveyor belt. Wow. Nobody is, in some cases, you're not moving. We're being selective on who we're taking off the belt. If we take that man or young man off early, he wouldn't get to the armed robbery. He wouldn't get to the gang. And we know these things.
Pastor Burrows insists the solution lies in more trained people intervening and mentoring as opposed to surrendering to and ferrying the criminals.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exoma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass it along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
The Downtown Smart City Project is progressing, contributing to the debate on the 2025-2026 budget in the House of Assembly this morning. Parliamentary Secretary for the Department of Information and Communication Technology, Wade Watson, noted that the project won't only benefit tourists looking to navigate downtown, but locals and businesses looking to market products and services on the network.
Mr. Deputy, it's implemented. You can check your Wi-Fi because you're right in the downtown port area, and this port area goes from the Sydney Bridge in the east all the way to Fish Fry in the west. So tourists alike can disembark the ships and still remain globally connected as they travel from one end of downtown to the next.
Aladonna Malena join us live for a sneak peek of what to expect in Access Now. Ladies?
Well, Makoswa, the government is about to spend $20 million, I guess, on the expansion of the Deadman's Key airport, right? Have you been to Long Island before, Makoswa?
Very much so. Many summers in Long Island.
Marlene, you've been in that airport.
I have, yeah. It was a fun trip, but yeah, in and out was an interesting part of the ride.
Well, stay with us. We'll hear more about that side of Long Island when the National Report returns.
Diet-friendly special.